Alright, hello ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, Spank the Monkey back again with another unboxing video, this time of Modern Horizons 3 Play Boosters. Alright, so it is Modern Horizons 3 release weekend, and we have 3 Play Boosters that we'll be opening for this particular set. I hope you were able to catch the pre-release kits that I opened earlier just to get the flavor for what the product has. But now we are in the business end of this particular product. We have again 3 play boosters that we will be opening for this particular series of videos, and I hope we can catch some heavy hitters. We've got Eldrazi's, we've got fetches, we've got the new cycle of free spells, new cycle of lands. We also have some awesome reprints with different kinds of treatments, and we have some pretty strong new cards also coming out in this set. A couple of them come from the Commander, but also coming from the regular set. So I'm really excited to open these cards. In my opinion, instead of this being Modern Horizons 3, I'm treating this as Commander Masters 2, because the reprints here are probably at the same level or maybe just a little bit less, but you have these new cards that are coming out that are pretty powerful in terms of the scale with other sets, and we've started to see this creep in power, right? I suppose coming from Lost Caverns of Ixalan into the most recent Outlaws of Thunder Junction set. The power levels of those cards are insane, and I think we're gonna see a peak here in this particular set. So I hope you can enjoy opening this box with me, and let's get to it with box number 1. Okay, so how is everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I am very excited to open this particular set. I think this is the most powerful set, or the most awaited set at least, for this year, and it's finally here after waiting for several months, more than half a year since this was announced. I'm glad that we are now opening this particular set. Okay, so these are play boosters. We have 36 boosties for us to open. Unlike the set boosters before, there were only about 30, and well, you had draft boosters at 36, but the mix of those cards is a little bit different. So we will get to opening these particular packs. Okay, what I'll be doing is I'll have a couple of what do you call this? Stacks. Yeah, we'll put the commons and uncommons away off camera, and then we'll just fill the screen with the nice rares, mythics, and special treatments that we're gonna get. Okay, so this is made in Japan. So the pre-release kits I opened were made in the US, and these are the Japan ones, because you have that what do you call this slip tab over here that you can open. All right, so let's get to box number 1. So these are Japanese. The good ones are up front. So I guess we'll go with this first, right? Okay, so let's go through the commons first. Anything interesting there? Do actually let me know in the comments if there are any strong commons and uncommons here that I should take note of. Yeah, given the power level of the set, there's definitely going to be value there. Okay, so uncommons, the Hunger Tide Rises, 3 to cast. Saga, create a 1/1 black-green insect creature token, and then you get to the 4th counter. Sacrifice any number of creatures, search your library graveyard for creature card mana value less than or equal to the number of creatures sacrificed this way for the battlefield. Okay, so we'll put the uncommons over here. Okay. Okay, Signature Slam, 3 to cast instant, 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then each modified creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay, this is quite interesting because it's put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then each modified creature. So if you have like 3 modified creatures, they all deal damage to a target creature you don't control. And check that art out, right? It's like WWE, or at least WWF when I was watching years ago. Okay, Tamio meets the story circle. Until your next turn, whenever creature attacks, it gets -2/-0. Discard any number of cards. Investigate twice for each card discarded that way. Ooh, and shuffle up to 3 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Okay. Next, we have our first rare reprint, Layla the Blade Reforged. I believe this came from the Strixhaven set. Yeah, pretty good card. So we'll put that over here. And next up, we have a second rare, Springheart Nantuko. I think this is a new card. 2 to cast, enchantment creature, Insect Monk. With Bestow, enchantment creature gets 1/1, and then it has landfall. The land enters battlefield, pay 1 in green, and if this is attached to a creature, and if you do, create a token that's a copy of the creature. If you didn't create a token this way, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. So this is pretty cool. So if you attach it to a creature, you can create tokens of that creature. But if it's by itself, then you make insect tokens. So I like that. So I think what I'll do is reprints over here, new stuff maybe over here for the rares, right? Okay, and we're gonna be opening like 60 rares or something like that. Okay, and we have a foil Breathe Your Last and a land. We'll put that off screen. Okay, and then art card over here. Okay, pack number 2. So we started off with a double rare pack, 1 new card and 1 reprint. All right, so let's do that. Okay, Grim Servant, Metastatic Evangel. Okay, and then we have the comments over here. It that heralds the end. Okay, 1 in colorless Eldrazi Drone, 2/2 colorless spell to cast with mana value 7 or greater, cost 1 less to cast, and other colorless creatures control get 1/1. So this is pretty good. This will go with my Eldrazi deck from Commander Masters. Pretty good addition to that. So again, this is Commander Masters 2. Okay, so uncommon over here. Okay, so we have an MDFC, and this would be Revitalizing Repast, which is a hybrid black-green instant. Put a 1/1 counter target creature against indestructible in the turn, but then you can also play it as a tapped dual land. This is fantastic. This is such a great card. Auto include for sure. And I do have a Gruul. Sorry, not Gruul. What do you call the black-green? This combination. I forget now. Golgari, there you go. I do have a Dina the Soul Steeper deck, and this would actually work well in that. Okay, maybe now for the rare we have another uncommon Fledgling Dragon. Okay, I think this might be a reprint. Old school art there. And next up we have Wheel of Potential. So it's a sorcery for 3. You get 3 energy counters, then you may pay X energy counters, and then each player may exile their hand and draw X cards. If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exile this way until the end of your next turn. So not really a fan of these energy counters, but maybe there might be use for it one of these days. Okay, and then last we have a foil Molten Gatekeeper. Okay, then token there. Okay, so single rare. Sort of a womp pack. Next up, okay, let's go to the MDFC. So we have a Sundering Eruption, 3 to cast, destroy target land, and then search for basic land, and then creatures without flying can't block this turn. And it turns into a land, but you can actually pay 3 life for it to come in untapped. Again, very powerful uncommons there, and these MDFCs are pretty good. Emrakul's Messenger, 2 to cast, Eldrazi Fairy Rogue with Devoid, flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a Eldrazi Spawn. Fangs of Colonia, sorcery, Put 1/1 counter target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature. It had a 1/1 counter put on it this way. Then overload. There you go. Okay, Foul Strike, Conduit Goblin, Problem Charm. Okay. So I won't go through the comments anymore. This is going to be a very long video if I do that. But let's move on. Okay, we have Barbarian Ring for a land. This new land cycle for MH3. Tap for red. Barbarian Ring deals 1 damage to you. It has threshold. Pay 1, tap, sacrifice, deals 2 damage to any target. And if it has, well, assuming a threshold. Okay, we have our first mythic. We have Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf, power equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that +1, and it has escape for 3. Exile any number of other cards from the graveyard with 4 or more card types among them. So first mythic, Nethergoyf. Nice. Okay, so I'll put that over here. I'll put the fetches down there in the middle. Next, we have Static Prison Foil. Uncommon there, and a foiled swamp. So I'm noticing here that there's a little bit of a crinkling effect on the foils. Not sure if this will get worse, but let's see. And the token. Okay, so first mythic so far. We don't have any fetches yet. We don't have any of the flares or the free spells. No Eldrazi's yet. Hopefully we get one. Okay. Up to the MDFC. Okay, we have Legion Leadership, which is an MDFC. Comes in tap dual land, Triton Wavebreaker. Okay, Volstrom Angel, and then Emissary of Soulfire. So a lot of these energy cards. Okay, and then Bountiful Landscape and the commons. Right. Okay, here we go. For the rare, we have another uncommon, Worn Power Stone, reprint, and we have Detective's Phoenix. So what does this do? It's a 3 to cast red enchantment creature Phoenix with Bestow. So Bestow for red, collect evidence 6 to pay this Bestow cost. Pay X and exile cards with total mana value 6 or greater from your graveyard. It has Flying and Haste. Enchant creature gets 2/2 and has Flying and Haste. You may cast Detective's Phoenix from your graveyard using its Bestow ability. Okay. So this is a new one, I think. So let's put that over there. And we have a foil Utter Significance. Okay, so not a good pack. Moving on. We are still in the first stack. So far, 1 mythic and 1 okay rare. Okay, so let's do it up to here. So we have Nesting Grounds, Dread Mobile, Marionette Apprentice, Glaring Flesh Raker. Yeah, a lot of Eldrazi's here. Okay, and then we have the commons. Okay, here we go. Did we get a rare? Yes, it's Monumental Henge. So this is the land cycle that I was talking to you about. Comes in the battlefield tap unless you control the planes. Taps for white, and then you can pay 4, tap it, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of the library in a random order. Okay, so I'll put that land over here. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll just put all of the rares, the serviceable rares, over here. Okay, and then there. And then next we have a foiled Siege Smash, a Swamp Borderless, and we have this card now. We just have a proxy card. Okay, moving on. So far we have 5 rares, 1 land from the new cycle. These I don't know what to call them yet. And then we have 1 mythic so far, which is Nethergoyf. Okay. Here we go. So we have Hydroelectric Specimen, another MDFC, 3 to cast, creature weird. Enters battlefield, you may change target of target instant or sorcery spell with a single target to Hydroelectric Specimen, and then it can come in as a land that you may pay 3 for it to be untapped. So again, pretty good. Idol of the False Gods, 2 to cast Kindred Artifact Eldrazi. Interesting. So you can pay 2, tap it, create a Eldrazi spawn. Whenever an Eldrazi you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Idol of False Gods. As long as Idol of False Gods has 8 or more 1/1 counters on it, it's a 0/0 creature in addition to its other types and has Annihilated. So it can become a creature once it has 8 or more counters. Okay, nice card design. Crowd Pack Rhino, so I think this is a replay. Malevolent Rumble, and just like comments here. Next, we have our first mythic from the Commander set. It's Azlask, the Swelling Scourge. So this is from the Eldrazi Commander set. Just a pack version. So 3 to cast legendary creature Eldrazi. Whenever Azlask, the Swelling Scourge, or another colorless creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. So you pay Wooburg. Creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Scions and spawns you control gain Indestructible and Annihilator 1 until end of turn. Interesting. This is actually pretty strong. Cheap to cast Commander, but you need Wooburg though. Yeah, and you need to build up those experience counters. You can proliferate and so on. And the fact that you don't tap this means that you can stack this what's called activated ability, right? So you do it 2 times, you get Annihilator 2, and 2 sets of +X. So that's pretty good. Cool. Okay, so I'll put this over here. Next up, we have another rare, Emerald Medallion, which is pretty good. Okay, so we'll put the good rares over here. And then, oh, nice! 3rd rare, we have a Flare of Malice. So this is the free spell, cycle. 4 to cast instant, you may sacrifice a non-token black creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. So this is pretty good. Okay, so I'll put that over again. The good rares. And then lastly, we have a 4th rare, and it's Nadu Winged Wisdom. So in the reviews that I was watching, particularly on the Command Zone, they said that this is like the most busted commander in the whole set. So what does it do? 3 to cast, Simic, Bird Wizard, 3/4, flying. Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of the library. If it's a land card, put it into the battlefield, untap. Otherwise, put it to your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. So one thing that that makes this powerful is the fact that it's a whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, and it's creatures you control. So all of your creatures, right? If they become a target, then you can do this thing where you reveal the top card. If it's a land, you put it on the battlefield untapped, by the way. Otherwise, you can put it into your hand. So card advantage, card draw, and then you can do it twice each turn. So even during your opponent's turn, this can be triggered. And I think the annoying thing about this is that it's a 3/4 body, so it's not like you can lightning bolt the thing to get rid of it, right? And it's pretty good blocker and has flying, so it has natural evasion. So this is actually pretty good. I am loving this. This is a foil version. Pretty cool. So that was a 4 rare mythic pack. That is insane. So I'm really loving these play boosters. I think these are much more enjoyable as a product compared to draft for sure, and even compared to set boosters. I think you have higher chance of getting more rares, plus the fact that there are 36 packs in this box rather than 30 as we used to get in set boosters. Okay, so here, Monstrous Vortex. I thought that this is a pretty good enchantment, where if you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X, where X is the spell's mana value. It's pretty good. Cursed Wombat, Propagator Drone, and a Horrific Assault for the commons. Okay. Next up, we have a Wirewood Symbiote, uncommon, and 1 to cast, return an elf. Okay. Next, we have a Wrath of the Sky. So this is an X red, white. You get an X energy counter. Then you may pay any amount of energy counters. Destroy each artifact, feature, and enchantment with mana value less than or equal to the amount of energy counters paid this way. Okay. Again, not a fan of those energy counters, but we'll take that. Next up, we have a foil temperamental Oozewag. Weird looking guy, and a land. Okay, next, we're now in the second half of the first stack, and so far we have 2 mythics, 1 land, and 1 flare or free spell. But we did get Nadu, Winged Wisdom, which is one of the strongest rares, and Emerald Madan. Okay, so we have a Suppression Ray. It's an MDFC, 3 to cast Azorius, tap all creatures target player controls. You may pay X energy counters, then choose up to X features stat this way. Put the stun counter on each of them. Okay. Phyrexian Ironworks, Furnace, Hellkite, okay, and a Static Prison. And we have a bunch of commons. Again, not sure if there are any powerful commons like we saw in Markov or in Lord of the Rings, but yep, maybe there might be some good ones, so you just let me know in the comments. Okay, we have another uncommon. This time it's Junk Diver. Is this a new card or a reprint? Anyway, it's 3 to cast, artifact bird, 1/1. When it dies, return another target artifact card from graveyard to your hand. Okay, and then we have for the rare Disruptor Flute. So this artifact 2 to cast with flash, enters the battlefield, choose a card name. Spells with a chosen name cost 3 more to cast. Activate ability sources with a chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Okay, sort of card hate there. And we have a reprint of foiled Toxic Deluge. Nice card. So I will put this here with the cool rares. Okay, Eldrazi Spawn. Next, this is pack number 9 now. Okay, here we go. So we go up to MDFCs. Are there MDFCs that are rare or mythic? Anyway, so 3 to cast, Bogart Trawler, 3/1 Goblin, enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. So it's like the Jukabog, and you can have it come in as a land. So good replacement for Bajuka Bog, right? Okay. So, and then we have Planar Genesis, Lion Umbra, so a new Umbra. That's pretty cool. Chant modified creature gets +3 vigilance and reach. Umbra armor. Golden Tail Trainer. Okay, interesting. And then we have the commons here. Next, we have a Meteoric Mace. Okay, I think this is a reprint. And a mythic, we have Birthing Ritual. So this is a 2 to cast enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards of your library. Then you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less among those cards onto the battlefield, where X is 1 plus the sacrificed creature's mana value. Put the rest of the library in a random order. So nice, we got a nice mythic over here. Coolness. Okay. And a uncommon quest for the Necropolis. Okay. Next pack. I'm just loving the fact that this is 36 packs. So more cracking of packs to go. Okay. So we have Strength of the Harvest, another MDFC, 3 to cast, enchantment aura. Enchant creature gets 1/1 for each creature and or enchantment you control. Okay, that's quite strong. And then it enters battlefield tapped as a dual land. Charitable Levy, non-creature spells cast 1 more to cast. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, put a collection counter on one's card. And if there are 3 or more collection counters on it, sacrifice it. If you do draw a card, then you may put these. You may search your library for a plains card. Oh, okay. That seems pretty cool. Skittering Precursor, it's an Eldrazi drone, and Territory Color, which is another Eldrazi in green this time. And then we have a couple of commons there. Okay, maybe this is another uncommon here. Buried Alive. Okay, I think this is coming from Ultimate Masters. Last time when we saw that. Oh, and then we have our first fetch land, which is Windswept Heath. Okay, so I will put the fetch maybe over here. So I'll put those rare lands there. I'll put the fetch land over here. Cool. Okay. Sorry, let's just switch the lighting situation there. Okay, and then we have a Nyxborn Unicorn in foil, and probably a land in foil. Okay, last 2 packs for the first stack. I would say pretty good. Pretty good. We have 1 fetch. I'm targeting at least 3. We have 3 mythics already. We have 1 flare, 1 medallion, and Nadu, plus this beautiful foil Toxic Deluge, and a couple of okay rares there, bulk rares. So let's continue on. So Razor Grass Ambush, another MDFC. 2 to cast, deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. And 2 come in as a land. Copy Crook, 4 to cast, Shapeshift Rogue. Whenever it attacks, connives. Okay, that's cool. Reiterating Bolt. Okay, and then we have the commons there. Cranial Ram, I think is a value common. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see that later. Next, we have a Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth. So this is a reprint, and Kirik is now modern legal. So I think we put that here. I think this is people are looking forward to the card. Next, we have a Chthonian Nightmare in the borderless version. So this is enchantment, enters battlefield, you get 3 energy counters. You can pay X energy, sacrifice creature, return Chthonian Nightmare to its owner's hand, return target creature card with mana value X from the graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so maybe I'll put this one over here. Right. And next we have a foil Writhing Chrysalis and a Forest Energy token. Okay, last pack for the stack. Okay, here we go. So let's do it from here. So we have an Annoyed Altasaur, which is from what do you call this, from Commander Legends, I think it was. Is it Generatorium, Collective Resistance, 2 to cast, instant with Escalate. Okay, so destroy target artifact, enchantment, and then hexproof, indestructible end of turn. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Consuming Corruption, 2 black to cast. Assuming that it deals X damage to our creature, planeswalker, you gain X life for X number of swamps you control. Okay, and then we have the comments here. Okay, we have a Dreamtide Whale. So we opened this in the pre-release box that I opened earlier. So 3 to cast, 7/5 with Vanishing 2. But it does say that when a player, meaning any player, casts their second spell, you proliferate. So in a game of Commander, I think in one turn, there's probably going to be one person who's going to cast 2 spells in one turn and proliferate. So while this has Vanishing 2, this will likely stick around, right? And it's a 7/5 for 3 to cast. Jesus Christ, this is pretty good. So I'll put this over here. Okay, because you're probably going to put that in my deck anyway. Okay, we have a second Flare, and we get the counter spell. So Flare of Denial, 3 to cast instant, but you can sacrifice a non-token blue creature rather than play the spell's mana cost. You target counter spell. So this is better than, let's say, something like Cancel or like Fierce Guardianship, where it counters a non-creature spell. So this one counters target spell. So this is pretty good. Again, let's put that over here, where the good cards live. Yeah. Okay. And a Kozilek's Unsealing foil. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana by 4, 5, 6 4, 5, or 6, create 2 Eldrazi spawn. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 7 or greater, draw 3 cards. Jeez. Wow, and this is only 3 to cast? Okay, again, that's crazy. Okay, so we are done with the first stack, and I think we have already gotten quite a good number of cards here with great potential. This one over here, you know, I think these are the buff rares. These ones over here are the good rares. You have 2 flares, we have Nadu, we have Emerald Medallion, we have Pyrrhic, Tox Deluge. Chthonian Nightmare, yeah, maybe I'll transfer it over here since I'm not really a fan of the energy stuff. But I can just fix this. Fix this column over here. And then we have 3 Mythics plus 1 fetch. So maybe we'll get 1 fetch per stack. Let's see. Okay, so moving on to stack number 2. Let's see if we can do as good or maybe even better. Okay. So Idol of the False Gods, Marionette Apprentice, Emerald's Messenger. Okay, and then we have the commons down there. Maybe just another uncommon. Okay, Wirewood Symbiote. Insect 1 to cast, return elf you control to its owner's hand, untap target creature. Okay. And then we have a Abstruse Appropriation. So it's a 2 to cast instant with the void, exile target non-land permanent. You may cast a target as long as it remains exiled. Okay, so I'll put that over here. Next, we have a Dream Drinker Vampire in foil. Mountain. So in this set, are there list cards here? I don't think so, right? So no list cards here. No bonus sheets either. Unlike in, I think that's what made Outlaws of Thunder Junction really cool, right? Because there were several bonus sheets there. So the chances of you getting like rares and mythics were quite high. And in terms of chances of getting good cards. Okay, Consigned Memory. I think this is a pretty good uncommon, I think with some value. It's only 1 to cast with Replicate 1, counter target triggered ability or colorless spell. Deaded Spirit, Hide the Trainer. Okay. And then we have maybe 1 more uncommon here. Oh no! We have another mythic. it's a what do you call this? A showcase art profile of Azlask, the Swelling Scourge. I wish it was a different Eldrazi, but okay, I'll take it. Anyway, it's a new card. And then we a double mythic pack. We have Breya, Ethereum Shaper, reprint. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so two showcase art, like these profile mythics. And do we get 1 more rare? Yeah, we do get 1 more rare. It's Strix Serenade, so it's 1 to cast instant, counter target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell. So this is like Swan Song, right? Or a different kind of Swan Song. It's pretty good. I'll put this over here in this stack. Okay, so 2 mythics there and 1 rare. Wow, and we have a Glaring Flesh Raker in foil. Wow, that was a pretty good pack, I would say. Still, 1 fetch, but we did get a duplicate commander card from the Eldrazi commander. Okay, so let's go up to the DFC. Waterlogged Teachings, a search for an instant card, or a card with flash, reveal it, blah blah. Idol of False Gods, Envoy of the Ancestors, Outlast, modified creatures will have lifelink, Spirited Precursor. Okay, and then Wing It, for the commons. Okay, and we have a Meteoric Mace, another uncommon there. And what we get here, we have a White of the Reliquary, so Golgari colors, Zombie Knight 2/2 Vigilance. Gets 1 for each creature card in the graveyard. You can tap it, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a land card, go to the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Pretty good card. 2/2 with Vigilance, 2 to cast, and then you can buff it up for creature cards. This is gonna go into my Dina Aristocrat deck. I like that. So this one I'll put here in the likable rares. And we have a foil Throbbing Charm, land card probably. Ooh. Check out these full art forest or full art lands. They have Eldrazi's in the backgrounds. Actually has some value. Okay, so we are just about onto the, what is this? Fourth pack of this particular stack, and we already have 2 Mythics profile face cards, in fact. So pretty good. So we have Pinnacle Monk. I think this is pretty good. Pinnacle Monk, Kozilek's Unsealing, Territory Color. Okay, and then we have the commons here. We have another uncommon here, probably. Victimize from, I believe that's from Kaldheim. Next, we have Flooded Strand. So we have our fetch number 2. We're gunning for 3 fetches. And we have a Glimpse the Impossible. Check out that foiling in that art. That is pretty good. And an island borderless. Yeah, I think it's an Eldrazi there, right? Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, moving on to the next pack. So we have a second fetch, which is Flooded Strand. Okay, next we have Stomp, 1 and Gruul Hybrid. So that's pretty cool. Essence Reliquary, 3 to cast artifact. Tap it, turn another target permanent to control, and all auras you control attached to their owner's hand. Activate entering your turn. Okay. Spawn Gang Commander. What is this? 3 to cast Eldrazi Goblin. Oh, that's crazy. When you cast a spell, create 3 Eldrazi spawns, and then you can pay 2, sacrifice an Eldrazi. Spawn Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. Solar Transformer, and then Seething Landscape. Okay. Right. Here we go. We have, for the rare, another Chthonian Nightmare. So, a bit of a womp womp. And a foil Meltdown. Okay, so not a good pack. But we're still now into pack number 6 for the second stack. Okay, so let's go over here. Is it Generatorium? Evangel, Brain Surge. 3 to cast instant, draw 4 cards, and put 2 cards from your hand on top of the library in any order. Okay, it's nice. One more uncommon here. Oops, sorry, let me just fix this. Okay, Annoyed Althazar. I'm quite annoyed with getting that. And we have a Thief of Existence. So it's 1 colorless and green Eldrazi with the Void 3/4. You cast a spell, exile up to 1 target non-creature, non-land permanent opponent controls with mana value 4 or less. If you do, Thief of Existence means when this creature leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. Okay, so I'll just put that over here. And next up, we have a foil Amphibian Downpour. I think I also opened this in the pre-release kit. I think this is a pretty good removal enchantment because of the storm feature. So I'll put that over here. And we have a foil mount there. Okay. So far, I've not picked up any what do you call this, retro frame cards. So we'll see if we'll get any. And I would love to get other Eldrazi's not named Azlask. Okay, Sink into Stupor. 3 to cast instant, return target spell or non-land permanent opponent goes to his hand. You can pay his mana, MDFC. So that's pretty good. Okay, Arcbound Condor, modular 3. Alright. Oops. Sorry, I'm just mixing my stacks here. Okay, we have a Meltdown, uncommon. Okay, we have a Nadu. Okay, a second Nadu, non-foil. So I'll put that over there. And a Flare of Cultivation. So it's Flare number 3. pretty good. So it's 3 to cast. You may sacrifice a non-token green creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost, and then you can search your library for up to 2 basic lands. Put one into the battlefield tapped, another into your hand, then shuffle. It's cultivate by sacrificing creatures. So nice. So we have 3 flares so far, and a foil Airy Silvery. Okay. Cool. So second half of the second stack, and based on what I'm seeing, actually I think we are doing better than the first stack, primarily because we have 2 mythics in these special treatments. We have what is this? 1 flare, 1 Nadu, 1 amphibian downpour in foil. So, and we still have 5 packs to go. We're actually doing pretty well. Okay, Junk Diver, Frogmere Enforcer, Frogmere, Golden Tail Trainer, and an Amped Raptor. 2 to cast, Dinosaur, first strike. And as battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Okay, and then a couple of comments here. So what do we get? We have Roshin, Roaring Prophet. Unfortunately, I did get this already, I think in the promo, in the pre-release promo card. But this is the showcase version of that. So for the cast, basically it's an X-Spell Matters commander. So I'll put that over here. Also, this is a rare. Okay. And then a Monstrous Vortex. I do like this card. Good uncommon. And a Mounted. Okay, last 4 packs of stack number 2. So far we are doing pretty well. 2 fetches so far. Hopefully we can get another. A Blood Soaked Insight, 7 to cast. Sorcery, spell cost 1, less to catch. Cast for each life your opponents have lost this turn. Target opponent exiles the top 3 cards of the library until end of turn. Until end of your next turn, you may play those cards. If you cast a spell this way, mana then can be spent to cast it. It comes in. You can make it come in as the dual land. Planar Genesis, 2 to cast instant with the top 4 cards. You may put a land card among them into battlefield tap. If you don't, put a card among them into your hand. Put the rest in bottom of the library in order. Tamio meets the Story Circle. Breaker of Creation, Eldrazi, 8/4, 8 to cast. Cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each colorless permanent you control. Cast hexproof from each color, and Annihilate 2/2. That is a scary uncommon there. Okay, and we have a Cephalid Colosseum for the land cycle. So you tap it, add 1 blue, deals 1 damage to you. Then with Threshold, you can pay blue and tap it, sacrifice Cephalid Colosseum. Target player draws 3 cards and discards 3 cards. Activate only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. So I think this one has value. Not 100% sure, but I think I saw it there. Probably about $2, $3. Okay, we have a Kozilek's Command for the rare. So it's an X colorless card. Kindred Instant Eldrazi. I don't know what Kindred Instant means. Okay. Choose 2. Target player creates X spawn creature tokens. Target player scries X, then draws a card. And then exile target creature with mana value X or less. And exile up to X target cards from graveyards. Wow, okay. I think that is pretty good. I'll put this over here. And we have a Horrific Assault in foil. That's beautiful looking. Foil there. Okay, we're coming up to the last 3 packs of stack number 2. We still have 1 more stack to go. We've sort of hit a wall here since we started out hot earlier, but let's see if we can recover with that. So we have a Bridgeworks Battle. So this is sorcery and another MDFC. 3 to cast, target creature control gets 2/2 until end of turn, fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, and you can come in, pay 3 life for it to be untapped. Quest for the Necropolis. Okay. Consuming Corruption. Okay, Ghost Fires Slice. 4 dash to the target. Okay. And then commons. So we have a Kappa Cannoneer reprint. I think this is good, but I have several copies of these, so I'll just put this over here. Reprint from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And then we have another Mythic. It's Arna Kinnerud Sky Captain. So 2, and I think it's Esper. So flying lifelink and has 4, discard a card. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. So this is also quite strong. You have 2 ways of playing this, right? You can do 1/1 counters, or you can go copying like auras and stuff, artifacts and stuff like that, because you create a token copy of the permanent attached to the modified creature. So this is actually pretty good, pretty strong. Interesting to make with commander. So this is Mythic number 3. So we are already at the same level as the first stack. Next, we have a Contaminated Landscape in foil and a land. Okay, so last 2 packs. Maybe we can get one more fetch land here, or maybe another Mythic in the last 2. Okay, so we have a Drowner of Truth, 7 to cast Eldrazi with the Void, cast a spell. If colors spent to cast it, create 2 spawn token creatures, and comes into battle tapped. We have an Eldrazi Ravager with Annihilate for 1/6/6, 6 to cast. Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi, return this graveyard to your hand, get cycling 2. Depth Defiler, 5 to cast Eldrazi with kicker 1 and colorless mana. You cast a spell. If it was kicked, choose both side as a return target creature to one hand, and target player draws 2 cards and discards a card. Titan's Vanguard, so Gruul and 3 Eldrazi. Whenever you cast a spell, whenever Titan Vanguard attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each colorless creature you control with trample. Okay. Comes over there. You have a Decree of Justice, a XX2 white. So sorcery, create X4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying, cycle for 3. When you cycle Decree of Justice, you pay X. If you do, create X1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Okay. And then we have a Spy Master's Vault. So this is the new lands coming from MH3. Enters the battlefield tap unless you control the swamp. You can tap it for black. You can pay black, tap it, target creature control connives X, where X is the number of creatures that die this turn. Okay. And ooh, oh boy. Wow. So we did get another Eldrazi in the showcase version foil, and this is the face commander of the Eldrazi Precon. So it's Ulalek, fused atrocities. So Ulamog and Kozilek. I guess they had a baby. So it's the Void. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell, you may pay 2 colorless. If you do, copy all spells you control, then copy all other activated and triggered abilities you control. You may choose new targets for the copies. Oh boy, this is wow. I don't even know how to play this, but wow, I'm just so happy that I got this card. Really cool. Nice. So this is Mythic number 4 for this stack. So we now officially have 7 Mythics. Maybe we can do 10. So I did ask, right? Like one more fetch or one more Mythic, and wow, we hit the pretty good Mythic there, I think. Okay. So let's continue on with the last pack for this stack. So Witch Enchanter enters battlefield, destroy target artifact enchantment controls, then you can bring it in for mana. Okay, Vexing Bauble I think is a value uncommon, I think. 1 to cast whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana is spent to cast it, counter it. And then you can pay 1, tap sacrifice, draw a card. So this is like good against those free spells. Okay, Royal Cartographer, Merfolk Rogue, Land Energy Battlefield Control, you gain an energy counter. Okay, and then you have the commons. So, okay, hoping that we can get another fetch. Wow! Okay, I think at this point, I might be convinced that I'm Nostradamus. So we have Wooded Foothills. Interesting. So I did say that we want to get a Mythic when I opened the prior pack, and we did get that Ulalek foil one in the showcase, and then yeah, then we got the third fetch. So cool. Everything after that's gravy, I suppose. Okay. Oh, nice planes with Eldrazi there in the back. Pretty good. So the second stack was better than the first stack. We got 4 Mythics, 2 2 fetches. We got Nadu again, Flare of Cultivation, got Machine, Cosmic's Command. So in terms of rares, maybe a little bit weaker, but still pretty good stack so far. This box is, I would say, this is a fun box. Okay, Bloodsoaked Insight, the Creation of Avacyn, Trickster's Elk, Pulse from Angel, okay, and then commons. So what do we have here? Maybe a double rare. We have Aurim's Chant. Okay, so this is a 1-to-cast instant with kicker 1 white. Target player can't cast spells this turn. If this spell was kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. Okay, this is a good card. That's a powerful card. I'll put that over there. And we have an Eldrazi line breaker. So it's a 3-to-cast Eldrazi 3/3 Trample the Void. Beginning of combat in your turn, target creature control gains haste and gets X+0 until the end of the turn, where X is the number of Eldrazi control. Wow. Okay, this yeah, definitely would go well in the Eldrazi Precon. Although I did not go and buy that. Maybe I'll put this over here. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get any of the precons this time. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, we have Foul Strike. Okay. Alright, so second pack of the last stack. Let's see if we can get maybe 4 fetches and more flares. Okay, Bridgeworks Battle, Correction Ironworks, Reckless Pyro Surfer, 2-to-cast Human Scout, Haste, Landfall, enters the battlefield, gains battle cry until end of turn. So when it attacks, you get each other attack is 1/0. So each instance of battle cry triggers separately. Okay, so you can buff up your creatures. Okay, another uncommon here, Barbarian Rain. We saw that already. And we have Kudo, King Among Bears. Okay, I think this is a cool card. I'll put it here in the cool pile here. Okay, and then we have a foil Sowing Myco Spawn. It's 4-cast Eldrazi Fungus, devoid with kicker 1 and colorless. When you cast a spell, search your library for a land card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. When you cast a spell, if it was kicked, exile target land. Okay, I'll put this here in the cool pile too. And a foil Swampo. Okay, it's getting quite dark here. Let me try to speed this up so we won't get caught up in the darkness. Okay, so Legion Leadership. Oh, Null Elemental Blast. I think this one also is a value uncommon. 1 colorless to cast. Choose 1 counter target multicolored spell. Destroy target multicolored permanent. Wow, that's pretty good. Johnny Fells the Godsire, Royal Cartographer. Okay, and then we have the uncommon, the other commons there. So we have a Buried Alive uncommon. Another one. We have a Shillingar, Sire of Famine. So this is an Elder Demon, 6-to-cast, 6/6 with flying. Sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. If you sacrifice an angel this way, create a number of blood tokens equal to its stuff instead. And you can pay 3 hybrid white-black Sacrifice 6 blood tokens. Return each creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a paying out counter on it. Those creatures are vampires in addition to their other types. I think this is a good card, so I'll put this over here. Next, we have a foiled Skoa Ember Mage and a pretty cute dog for the art card. Okay, do we get that dog in these cards? Okay, so again, let's continue on. Nesting Grounds, Ethereum Terramander, one to cast Salamander Drake. Alright. Worm Coil Larva, pretty good. Signature Slam, funny card, I like that. Okay, here we go. Primal Prayers in the retro frame. So for the cast enchantment, enters battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. You may cast creature spells with mana value or less by paying energy counters rather than paying their mana cost. If you cast a spell this way, you may cast it so it had flash. Alright, so I'll just put that over here. And then we have a foiled Skipping Precursor and Swamp Borderless. Pretty good. Okay, so we are so far no new mythics yet, but we've had a few good rares from this particular stack. So I'm hoping that we can get a couple more, maybe one more, whatchamacallit, fetch. Okay, Fell the Profane, destroy target creature or planeswalker, MDFC, Static Prison, Fangs of Colonia. Okay, I think we have another uncommon coming up here. No, we have Jet Medallion. Cool. Okay, so we have one rare here. I think we have another rare coming up. We have Invert Polarity. So I think this is also one of those chase cards. So this is the interesting counter spell. 2 blue and 1 red. Choose target spell, flip the coin. If you win the flip, gain control of the spell, you may choose new targets for it. If you lose the flip, counter the spell. So there's no drawback for this. So this is pretty good. So Jet Medallion, Invert Polarity, and then a 6. Is this good? So 3 to cast, 3 folk, 2 to 4. So Ren and 6. Reach. Whenever 6 attacks mill 3 cards, you may put a land card from among them into your hand. As long as it's your turn, non-land permanent cards in your graveyard have retreat. So you may cast permanent cards from graveyard by discarding a land card in different graveyard. Okay, so I think I'll put this over here because that's a pretty interesting card. All right. Wow, we are coming up already to an hour in this video. And we still have about 7 packs to go, and I'm not even going through the uncommons in any detail, so this is quite interesting. Okay, we have a Snow-Covered Wastes, so that's good. Emissary with Soulfire, Hope Ender, Quattle. Okay, and then we have the commons here. We have another uncommon here, Deep Analysis, right? And next up we have a Null Drifter. So 7 to cast Eldrazi Elemental. When you cast a spell, draw 2 cards, flying with Annihilator 1, and you can evoke it. I will put that over here. Okay, we're sort of running out of space with the cool pile. So let me just move this up a little bit. Move this up. We can make some space for the cool cards. Okay. Oh, and we have an MDFC here, a Witch Enchanter. Okay. And a foil land. Okay, so this is the pack. Yeah, this is the last 6 cards for the stack. Okay, Suppression Ray, Charitable Levy, Proud Pack Rhino, Waterscape Battle Mage. Okay, and then commons over there. We have a Worn Power Stone. Flare of Duplication. So flare number 4. Wow, we have red, blue, green, and black, I think. So 3 to cast, sacrifice a non-red creature token, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Wow, okay. Another flare. So I think at this point, I've already hit my mark, although I was hoping for at least 10 mythics. But we did hit already the 3 fetches, yeah? Okay, so Priest of Titania. So good reprint there. Commons over here. We have a Guide of Souls. A human cleric wants to cast whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control. You gain 1 life and get an energy counter whenever you attack. And you pay 3 energy counters. When you do, put 2 1/1 counters in the flying counter target. Then you can become Angel. So this one goes over here. Not too interested in that. Then we have a foil bolts from Angel. Okay, and that. Okay, so we're down to the last 4 packs now. It looks like this particular stack is pretty weak, save for the invert polarity, flare of duplication, and jet medallion. Still not getting any mythics here yet, but hopefully we can turn that around. You have a Disciple of Freyalise, 3 to cast, Elf Druid, enter the battlefield, sacrifice one creature, gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the creature's power. Okay. The Hunger Tide Rises Saga, Scurry of Gremlins, and Collective Resistance. Okay, some comments over here. Okay, and next we have a Distinguished Conjurer. 2 to cast, Human Wizard, another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. 4, pay 5, tap it, exile another target creature controlled, so you can basically blink it. Okay. Felia, Exuberant Shepherd. So this is the dog earlier, although this is not in the showcase art. So 2 to cast, Legendary Dog with Flash, 2/2. When it attacks, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent. At the beginning of the next end step, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it entered the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Felia. Nice. Okay, this one I like that. I like dogs. Okay. You like dogs? Yeah, I like dogs. Oh, dogs. Okay, and we have a Tranquil Landscape. Okay, last 3 packs, just as the sunlight is about to close out on us. Okay, we have a Glasswing Grace. Urza's Cave, I think there's another value uncommon there. Horrid Shadow Spinner. Furnace Hellkite. Okay, and then we have commons here. Next, we have a Sylvan Safekeeper. 1 to cast Human Wizard, sacrifice a land card, creature control, gain Shroud until end of turn. Alright, so put that over there. And we have another Mythic. Finally, Mythic number 8. Shadow of the Second Sun. 6 to cast, Enchantment Aura. Enchant player. Beginning of Enchant player's post-combat main phase, there's an additional beginning phase after this phase. End step happens after the added untap, upkeep, and draw steps. Oh, okay. This is pretty nice. Yeah, this is gonna go into my Aura commander, actually Curse commander. But it will work well with Ulita, I think. Okay, also Dread Mask. Okay, last 2 packs. Here we go. Can we end it with 1 more Mythic at least, and maybe 1 more fetch? Oh, I wouldn't mind getting another flare, maybe the white flare, which we don't have yet. Okay, Hydroelectric Specimen, Mogwab, Path of Annihilation, Dog Umbra. Okay, so uncommon here. Reefworm. Ooh, and there is that fetch. There we go again. There we go again. So this time it's in the retro frame art. Pretty good. So fetch number 4. Wow. Mythic maybe? No, okay. That's asking too much. But wow, we really hit our mark here. Shame that we only have 8 mythics, but we do have 4 flares for whatchamacallits, fetches. And so I think we're pretty good. So Ral and the Implicit Maze, Arcbound Condor, Spawn Gang Commander. Okay, commons over here. This one is probably oh no! This is a mythic, so it's Disa the Restless, a commander card. Yeah, so it's 5 to cast, Human Scout. Whenever a Lurgoyf permanent card is put in your graveyard from anywhere other than battlefield, put it in the battlefield. Okay. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a Tarmogoyf token. Ooh, okay, so Mythic number 9. Wasn't expecting that, but at least we're closer to our target. And then we have an Angel of Ruins, uncommon. And then a Crabomination, 4 to cast Crab Demon. Okay, emerge from Artifact 7. When this enters battlefield, target opponent exiles top card of the library, card random from the graveyard, and card random from your hand. You may cast a spell among those cards exiled this way without paying its mana cost. Cool. Let's put that over here. And we close it out with a foil grade. Alright, so just to recap, right before the sun goes down on us, what do we have? So, you have 2 of the new lands from NH3. We have 4 fetches, the allied fetches, and we have 1 of them in the retro frame. We were able to get 9 mythics, and a couple of them are from the commander set. Yeah, but although we do have 1 duplication there. Now from the rares, we have a bunch of rares. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 25, 30, 35, 40 rares. 40, so 46, and if we add the mythics, that's 9. That's about 55 rares and mythics. But among the rares, we have the Emerald Medallion, we have the Flare of Malice, pretty good. Nadu in this foil Toxic Deluge. We have Kirik again. We have the Flare of Denial. We have this nice Amphibian Downpour, another Nadu, a Flare of Cultivation, Kozak's Clan Arms Chant, Kudo, Shilgengar, Jet Medallion, Invert Polarity, 6 Null Drifter, and the Flare of Duplication. Yeah, and then we have the mythics there and the upper fetches. So all in all, I think this was a pretty good box. In terms of value, I think I was able to get the value from the box. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this particular unboxing. I think we hit a pretty good box, but probably you can do better. I still have 2 boxes to open, and I hope to share that, guys, with you. I'll try to open them tomorrow when I have some time. But until then, thanks for joining me on this one. Take care, and bye-bye.